Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video we're gonna learn about how do we configure emails, sending of an email in PEGA, like how do we automate it. Like if I have to tell the scenario, so you would have seen like if when you subscribe to certain applications like Zomato, Swiggy, right, and if you do if you order something, you receive an email, right, in your mail ID, personal mail ID, whichever you have registered through it. So how does that email gets generated? We're gonna see it. So for that I have created a basic scenario over here. I'll share my screen first of all. So let's get started. So over here, if you see, I have created a basic case type where I will just run it and show you what we're gonna do. So if I'll create open my case type over here, this is which is named as personal right now. So what I'm gonna do is, like, I want to fill my personal information, say first name, right, last name, then I'm gonna select the gender, then I'm gonna put some basic info. So I'm gonna write my email ID over here. And by the way, just for reference, you can use this email ID and send me some mails if you want to reach out to me, or for certain topics you can of course use it as well. So now I'm gonna press submit and go to the next page. So over here I want to fill out the details, like which is the highest degree. So I'm an undergraduate, so I'm gonna select UG. Then profession wise I am a developer, so I'll just write a developer for a moment. Now if I'll submit this, nothing happens really, right? The case gets closed. So right now what we are gonna configure as that, like once we press the submit, we want to send the email to the whosoever is filling the form, right? So we want to send the email to him or her. So how do we configure that? So let's go to Developer Studio. So you will see over here, like this is my case type, right? So what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna add a step over here. I'm gonna click on this. Over here you will get these three dots. So I'm gonna click on that. Over here we have the different options. So I'm gonna go under automations. Over here, if you see, we find an option called send email, right? We're gonna select that and click on select. Now we'll wait for some time. Now if you see, this step has been added, and here is a configuration box for it, right? So now the thing is, whom do I want to send the email? So if you see in the over here, I will again create a case type just for your reference. Okay, so if you'll see, I'm capturing the email ID of the user right over here. So if you're gonna live UI over this, you will see that the property I'm using is .email, right? So what I'm gonna do is, right, I want to write that whatever the value is under .email to that person I want to send the email. Now what is the subject? So say for now I'm hard coding it, but you can also refer to the property. So I'm not referring to it in a property. I'm gonna hard code it. Say I will write thank you for your response. For now I will write this, but you can of course change it as per your need. Now if you see, there is an option called message content, right? So I want to click on this compose. So this is basically what is like the body of the email. So how do you want to send the email? So say I want to write like hello to the person, right? So I don't know the name of the person, right? So what I'm going to refer the property which I was capturing the name of the person, right? So if you come to the portal again, you will see we are capturing the first and last name of the user, right? So the first name is under the first name property. So I'm going to refer this first name property. So I write dot. This is the syntax for referring a property over here. So I'm going to write first first name. So this would be captured. Now I'll give a comma. So basically I'm setting a template over here. So now I'm gonna write thank you for filling out your details. Here are the details which you have filled out. Now I want to show all the details which the user have filled out. So first of all I want to show the name, right? So I'm going to write name. So what was the name under? So the name was under two properties, right? So I'm going to refer those, like first name. Then I will just a second. Now I give a space. Then again I'm going to refer the last name property, because if you see over here again in the portal, I was capturing last name under last name property, right? So that's it gets concatenated. I'm writing it like this, last name. Okay. Last name. Perfect. Now I'm gonna add another line. Say what was the other question which we had asked, like gender, right? So I'm gonna write gender, like gender colon, and then again I'm gonna refer the gender property, which was dot gender. So whatever property I want to refer, I'm gonna like do like this. Similarly I will do for email, right? So the next thing which we capture was email, so I'm gonna write dot email. Again I'm gonna press enter, then the highest qualification, highest qualification, and that was under highest dot highest degree, degree. So that is that. Now this is done, like we're good for now. Now I'm gonna write thank you, and that's it, and I will not press done, right? So this is done. Now this I will save it for now. So this case type is configured, right? So that basically we are almost done with the email configuration over here, email configuration step. So I'm gonna create a new case over here. I'm gonna use this case itself. So I'll write now my name, say Anuj, last name Yadav. I'm gonna select gender, then my email ID again, @gmail.com, and I'm gonna do submit. Then I will select, say again the UG and profession as developer, and I'm gonna press submit. Now the expectation is that I should receive an email in my mail ID, right? So I have done the submit, and if you see, the email has got attached to my case itself. So if I will open this, right, so this was the email which I should have received in my mail ID. So this is the template over here. This is an under my case. Now I'll go to my email ID. I will log into my inbox. So see, you will see that I have already received an email. So this is the mail it looks like. So this is how we configure the email over here in PEGA. So I'll go back to the Dev Studio. Now I would like to highlight few more things over here. So what happens basically when you add this step over here, right? So you will see over here in the under the class, I'll just refresh my Explorer. Okay, so now if you see, this was my case type, right, personal. So if you see under process, PEGA has created a correspondence, right? This by itself, like I didn't create it, but PEGA created it itself when I added the personal step, send email step. So what basically this rule is, this is a correspondence rule, if you see. So this basic rule basically serves as a template for sending an email. There are different mode of it. For now we like, if you see that this is written send email dot email, right? So this template is being used for as an email template. So over here, if you see, these are the things which I've filled over there, right, under case type. So these are the things. Now if you want to configure it more, like if you want to add some CSS over it, so PEGA gives a lot of options over here, if you see. So you can explore it over here if you want to add a table or something like that, or even if you want to make a certain things as a link, so you can do that. Or in certain scenarios, if you have to configure, like you have to do certain CSS, and also PEGA also gives an option called source. So if you click over here, you will see that the code is converted into a HTML code. So over here you can add your certain syntaxes and whatever you like, whatever the way you want to configure it, right? Now suppose if I want to add a certain video over it, right, or certain image, like if you would have seen there are brand logos under the mail ID, right? So what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna click on this email, this picture icon, and I have already created a picture, so I will just add it over here. So if you see, I have added this picture over here, right? So I'll save this in under my template, and again I'm gonna go and create a new case. So I'll create a new case over here. Again, the same details I'm gonna fill. Just a second. Now I'm gonna give my mail ID. Next page, I'm gonna select UG, professional, I'm gonna write developer, and I'm gonna press submit. Now if I'll wait for a moment. So the new case has been created, right? So I'm gonna go to my mail ID again. I'll go back and we will wait for a second, or maybe I'll do a refresh over here. So okay, I have received my new mail, and if you see over here under the new mail, I'm getting this picture, right? Whatever I had sent. So this is how you configure the mail. It is kind of a very commonly used scenario in business, so please have a look into it, go through it, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to comment. Thank you.